Greetings, Acts 29. I'm here with Pastor Matt Chandler, and today we want to talk to you a little bit about the things that we have solidified in Acts 29 this year in 2023. So, first off, since April, we've been working on solidifying our mission and vision statement and our core values, and we've landed on some things. And last week, we told you about the listening season that we went through. We've landed on something that's really important for us to say. First of all, we've realized that we're really two things. We're an organization and we're a network of churches bound together by relationship, theological alignment, and a shared missional commitment. Now, realize that we are two things. We're an organization, right? Acts 29 we're organized, we have a budget, and we have a staff, and we have a board, but we're also a network of churches. And what binds us together are these three things that we discussed last week: theology, relationship, missional commitment. Now, what do we do in Acts 29? We catalyze a movement of effective and multiplying churches worldwide. That's what we do, is we want to see churches planted worldwide. That's who we have been. We focused on that for a lot of years. Remember, we all joined Acts 29 because we bought into the theology, we believed the theology, we believed in the relational connections, and we were committed to planting churches together. So we want to do a little bit of a deeper dive into these three things today: theology, relationship, and mission. So Matt, talk about where we are theologically.
Well, nothing's really changed in regards to our theology. Our secondary distinctives that aren't the gospel but are tied to it are as important to us today as they've ever been. What we're looking for in our theological convictions is not uniformity, but alignment. How can I, with these brothers and their churches that may or may not in philosophy and practice operate like I do, but theologically have the same core belief that I have, how can I partner with and alongside of them for the purpose of planting churches globally? And so nothing has changed theologically. We are still very much driven by the book, driven by what we believe the scriptures teach us in regards to churches and discipleship and salvation and mission. And so that theological alignment is still a primary value and a driver for all we do.
Yeah, now let's talk about relational collaboration for a second. That's a second very important leg of the stool. In Acts 29, we want to collaborate together in relationship to plant churches together. So we want everybody to be involved and to partner in what we're doing together. We want churches to have global partnerships and domestic partnerships in church planting. We want to see you gather together in cohorts so you can help each other be more effective in your leadership of your churches. And so that relational collaboration is super important. I remember years ago in Acts 29, probably 10 or 12 years ago, we said we don't want any lone rangers in Acts 29. We want to be relationally connected. So we want to stress that to you as a value as well. And then I'll toss it to Matt back to talk about missional commitment.
The thing that always, really not always, the thing that drew me into the Acts 29 family was really these two things colliding with this last one, which is a missional commitment, or I would use the word missional zeal. And so the thing that Acts 29 has always been known for is engaging with people who are far from God with the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And in fact, Acts 29 is at its best when, with theological alignment, walking together in a brotherhood, we're serious about the mission of God to seek and save the lost. And so whether that's parachuting in and planting a church where there's not one, or it's planting a church that's serious about the gospel and the scriptures in a place where maybe there's not a lot of seriousness about the scriptures, seeing God save the lost in our churches and making disciples on the back end of that, it is that thing. I think it is the secret sauce to what makes Acts 29 work. The collision of these three values, where they're fully present, produces the kinds of churches and the kinds of movements that I think we all want to be a part of. We all want to participate in. And so again, what makes Acts 29, that secret sauce, is that we have theological alignment. We don't have theological uniformity. If you came to the village, you might be frustrated by some of the ways our theology works itself out, but we do have alignment. that there's a brotherhood, that I see you in the trench with me. And then lastly, we are serious about seeing God seek and save the lost as much as it depends on us.